Okay, I'm in my car and I'm at a rest stop on the other side of Iowa City. I drove from Dubuque down to Iowa City. I'm between Iowa City and the Amana Colonies. And there is a sign here that tells us all about the Amana Colonies. I'm at a rest stop. I'm trying to upload my first video. We'll see if it works. One thing about Iowa is that I'm going to rest my camera down here on the steering wheel. Hopefully there'll be less jiggle while I'm talking to you. One thing about Iowa is that they have free Wi-Fi on their rest stops, and I'm hoping that nobody's peeking in on me. And I'm also hoping that while I'm doing this, filming this video, that my other video is uploading, but we'll see. I wanted to show you this sign and read about the historic Amana Colonies. Now, I won't get a chance to go there, but I've been there several times, and hopefully on my way back I'll have a chance to stop more places. I listened to the Iowa Public Radio on the way down here from Dubuque, and let me tell you, it was really a fun Saturday morning drive because they were talking about the Iowa Arts Showcase. And oh my goodness, on the way back, I want to stop at some of these places. They've talked about the, I believe it's the Figge Art Museum, and I think that's in the Quad Cities area. I'm going to look that up on the internet, but they are doing an art exhibit, and I just want to go there because it's an all-American art, and I would love to go there. I'm hoping that I can do some filming. I don't know if they'll let me do that. Then they talked about the River Museum in Dubuque, and if I would have heard that before, I probably would have stopped in Dubuque, because they're talking about a really blockbuster Titanic memorabilia display, and I want to see that because in my younger days, I took care of a lady who survived the Titanic. Now, she's probably long passed away and gone to her resting place, but I want to see they say that there's a list of people who survived and who didn't, and you can kind of get information on their background and everything. And I want to see if I can find her. She would have been a young child when she was on the Titanic, and I took care of her in probably the mid to late 70s, 1970s, and she was an older lady then. So, but she did survive the Titanic, and I just thought that was such an interesting story about her life. So I want to see if I can find some information on her. Then on the way down here, they talked about, they had a flutist on, Harvey Fulberger, I believe it was his name. And what an interesting presentation, because he talked, of course, he was a director, and he taught the flute, and he taught all, is a conductor. And he was talking about how the flute is so much different, because in its history, it's been pegged as more of a soft music, a very pastoral music, something very easy to listen to. And when you listen to some of the expressionistic flute presentations that they had on the public radio, you got a sense of the flute as being an entirely different instrument, musical instrument. So I enjoyed that, listening to that. Then they had a presentation on the new John Philip Sousa, and they're going to be giving concerts in Des Moines. It's in Des Moines, but it's Johnston, which is a little bit north of Des Moines. I wish I could stop, because that's going to be tomorrow night, but I can't stop. But it was just fun to listen to this person talk about John Philip Sousa, and he was telling about how in his day, John Philip Sousa and all the shows that he put on, and it was a big deal back then. And I want to do more research on that. They give, like, I think it's like NPR, Iowa NPR, Saturday morning art showcase for August. I'm going to try to find a link for that, and I will put a link for it if I can find it. So all of these neat places that I really want to stop and sketch, but I have to be on my way. But I wanted to show you this historic Amana Colonies. I'm going to try to stop in this area on my way back. I wanted to read you this sign. Historic Amana Colonies. The Amana Colony, The Amana Colonies consist of about 1,500 people living in 7 villages and owning 25,000 acres of Iowa land. Born of religious enthusiasm, this unique brotherhood was formed in Germany in 1714 as the community of the true inspiration in protest of the arbitrary rule of church and state. Oh, there's that word protest. Some of my friends who know about me would go, well, Mary, that's why you're stopping at the Amana Colonies. Oppressive governments forced them to seek a new home in America. Oppressive governments. Let's put a quote around that. Okay, let's go to the next paragraph. Led by Christian Metz, M-E-T-Z, the industrialist crossed the Atlantic in 1842 and established small villages on the outskirts of Buffalo, New York, which they called Ebenezer. The rapid expansion of Buffalo threatened the isolation which they sought, and in 1854 a committee visited the West and selected a home on the Iowa River Valley. Metz laid out the first village in the new purchase in 1855 and called it Amana, signifying remain true or believe faithfully. 5 more villages were established within 6 miles of Amana: West Amana, South Amana, High Amana, Middle Amana, and East Amana. The 7th village, Homestead, was purchased to provide access to the railroad. And there's more on the other side. It says over, but I can't show the other side. But that gives you a good idea of the Amana Colonies. And I'm sure that there are people who are watching my video who have been there, and I've been there several times. It's a very interesting place. I believe it's Middle Amana that has the touristy. They have all sorts of little shops that you can go into. Very boutiques and flea markets and antique stores and little bookstores and just a fun place to go on a weekend. Or if you're traveling through Iowa, I hope to stop there on my way back and do some sketching. Well, I see this video has gone into almost 9 minutes, and this again is going to be an unedited video. So I'm going to click off now, and hopefully I can get it uploaded. I'm not sure. We'll see. Thanks for listening, and I will see you on the next page.